Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Cricket Happenings. I'm welcoming you dear fans, friends, subscribers on this Cricket Happening show with the news that India have lost the third one-day international against South Africa by 19 runs. In fact, it was by 18 runs, and I can also tell you that India had very much the match was under control for India when Virat Kohli and Mahendra Singh Dhoni were at the crease, but it was under control even though the South Africans were bowling well. But it was a two-pace pitch, as Dhoni himself mentioned in the post-match press conference, and it was South Africa who actually were the victors. As Morne Morkel got some Indian wickets with some very good short deliveries, and that was the end for India. India losing the match by 18 runs, and definitely this Paytm ODI series between India and South Africa really getting hotting up, I would say, because now South Africa have taken the lead. They are leading the series 2-1. I'll be talking about that match. I'll be trying to give you an entire match report on this third one-day international which happened at Rajkot in Gujarat, and then also Zimbabwe lost the match against Afghanistan in the second one-day international. As you know, they won the first one-day international three-match series. Now Zimbabwe have won the second. Afghanistan have defeated Zimbabwe, and now the series is level at 1-1. But let me go on to the third one-day international between South Africa and India, which was played at the Saurashtra Cricket Association Stadium here in Rajkot. The toss was won by South Africa. Now, toss was won by South Africa, and South Africa really sprung a surprise. We all know that David Miller, the opener, David Miller has been really struggling for dear form as far as this one-day series is concerned. And look at what was the ploy. Probably they felt that David Miller has been struggling against the Indian spinners. He decided to, South Africa, I thought they showed a lot of guts in sending David Miller up the order. In fact, Quinton De Kock and David Miller opened the innings for South Africa, and well, we all know that they get going, David Miller gets going, this will be an explosive pair. Hashim Amla was dropped to, Hashim Amla had to come one drop, but South Africa started off, and David Miller was promoted in the batting order just to see whether he can shrug off his form. Yes, he definitely did that. In the company of Quinton De Kock. Now, Quinton De Kock was really playing some flowing drives through the offside, and he was really stroking the ball superbly. And at the other end, David Miller took his time, but he also started. He felt a bit comfortable with the Indian pace bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Mohit Sharma. And I thought David Miller really, I would say, not. Didn't bring himself into real form, but definitely got into some form here with his opening partnership. As Quinton De Kock, as I said, was playing some flowing drives for boundaries, and he was looking superb. And the partnership added 72 runs for the first wicket with David Miller. Then finally it was Harbhajan Singh luring David Miller down the wicket, tried to have a Hoikadem, Rahane taking the catch, and David Miller was gone for 33 with 4 fours. But I thought this experiment really succeeded, and let me tell you, David Miller coming on the top of the order for me is something not all the opposition would really be happy about, because they know that David Miller, if initially he does some damage to the bowling, and then this strong South African batting can really go like a real aeroplane. One knows that. So Quinton De Kock and David Miller put on 72 runs for the first wicket, and the first wicket to go was David Miller. Hashim Amla Hashim Amla demoted, I would say, coming in as one drop, was a very early victim. It was Amit Mishra and Harbhajan Singh operating in tandem, and that was the phase of play where I thought that the spinners, after Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Mohit Sharma had leaked some runs, Harbhajan Singh and Amit Mishra really put a sort of a lid on the South African scoring, and here Amit Mishra got Hashim Amla's wicket. Now Hashim Amla was coming down the wicket. In fact, he missed the line of the ball totally, and it was an easy stumping for Mahendra Singh Dhoni behind the stumps. So he was gone. Stump Dhoni bowled Mishra for 5, which made it 87 for 2. And then there was a real lull in proceedings with Du Plessis and De Kock, but not a real lull, because Quinton De Kock was definitely stroking the ball superbly, but Du Plessis took his time, but slowly started gathering confidence as he started hitting some very good strokes. And finally, this partnership from 87 for 2, South Africa recovered in some splendid style through this partnership between Quinton De Kock and Du Plessis, which added some valuable runs. In fact, 118 runs were added for the third wicket, and when things were going well for South Africa, and looked like South Africa had done all the hard work, and they were sitting pretty on 205 for 2 in the 39th over, things started really happening for India. I thought India definitely came back into this game in a great manner, as it all started with first Du Plessis trying to play a ram shot of the ball of Mohit Sharma. He had actually hit him for a boundary the previous delivery, tried to do a repeat of that, trying to ramp him over the keeper, but in the process he only ended up skying the ball high, wide, and it was taken by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. But Du Plessis played a good hand there, making 60 of 60 balls, 6 fours. So once Du Plessis was gone, this South African innings really faltered. First it was, then we saw some interesting piece of fielding from Shikhar Dhawan, who relayed the ball to Dhoni, who took out the bails as Quinton De Kock was caught, but not before Quinton De Kock had really done a great job for South Africa in scoring his 4th century against India. I mean, we all know that Quinton De Kock, when he started off, he reeled off 3 centuries in the India-South Africa series consecutively, and now after a bit of a poor form, one could say, Quinton De Kock finally came up trumps with a very good knock of 103 runs with 11 fours and 1 6. Was his 4th century, ODI century against India. So Quinton De Kock was gone. The score at 210 for 4, and then it was all India as things really didn't go their way. First, Akshar Patel, the local boy, amidst the cheers from all the local spectators there. As you know, Akshar Patel is from Gujarat, and it was, I thought he would have been very happy to bowl in front of the home crowd, and what a wicket he got. He got the very prized wicket of A.B. de Villiers when he trapped him LBW for 4, which made it 210 for 5. And as I said, once Du Plessis was gone, this South African innings totally faltered, and finally they had to end up with 270 for 7. The only person who really gave it a bit of a thump in the end was Farhan Bahardeen, who was not out on 33 of 36 balls with 1 6. Dumini was a victim of the bowling of Mohit Sharma for 14 of as many balls with 1 4. Dale Steyn was run out for 12 of 9 balls with 1 6 hit. Rabada was not out on not, and South Africa, who were 205 for 2 at one stage in the 39th over, and probably eyeing in excess of 300 runs, would have never believed it. They were restricted by the Indians, very good Indian bowling, for 270 for 7 of 50 overs. Now, the bowling figures, as far as the bowling figures went, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was costly, 10 overs, 1 maiden, none for 65 for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Mohit Sharma, 9 overs, 262. But look at the spinners. Amit Mishra weaving the ball in a very nice manner. 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 38. Harbhajan Singh supporting him admirably. 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 41. Akshar Patel bowling 9 overs, no maiden, 1 for 51, capturing the very prized wicket of the A.B. de Villiers, and Suresh Raina bowling 2 overs for 13. Now this was a par score of 270 as the Indian openers Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma walked in to chase this particular target. Well, Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, and one thought that India were in a position of strength here, because considering that the dew factor is going to be there while batting under lights, India probably would have fancied that they had a good chance. They definitely had a good chance. It all started with the openers Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan. Rohit Sharma was looking supremely confident in his stroke making. He was really playing the ball well. He was hitting some good boundaries. He also hit some very good sixes. As Rohit Sharma, we saw one of the sixes that he hit was a beauty, I would say, because he really danced down the pitch to Imran Tahir and lifted him straight down the ground for a 6. Shikhar Dhawan, unfortunately I have to say that Shikhar Dhawan is still not got into the form that one is expecting him to be, and this partnership got to 41 runs as Dale Steyn, but Kalisho Rabada was absolutely on the money as usual. He was bowling at 140 clicks, and Morne Morkel was also doing a good job. Dale Steyn probably not so effective, but Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan started off in right turners as they put on 41 runs for the first wicket, and the first wicket to go, the breakthrough was provided by Morne Morkel. Now, Shikhar Dhawan was shimming down the pitch. In fact, Shikhar Dhawan, we have seen that he normally goes into a sort of a shell sometimes and then finally starts unveiling some strokes, and that's what Shikhar Dhawan precisely did. He was quiet for some time, he was kept quiet, and then finally decided to have a shimmy down the pitch, and the shimmy down the pitch ended up with Shikhar Dhawan going for the shot and edging the ball to De Villiers behind the stump. See, he was gone. Caught De Villiers bowled Morkel for 13 with 2 boundaries, which made it 41 for 1. And then Virat Kohli, the man out of form. Suddenly there was a sort of a change in the batting order. Probably one would have expected maybe either Ajinkya Rahane to come, but Dhoni decided to shuffle the batting order. Virat Kohli, who has been run out twice in this One Day International Series, was told to go 1 drop, like how Wasim Amla was told to do so. So Virat Kohli came in at 1 drop and joined Rohit Sharma. And Virat Kohli, as soon as he came, he didn't. I mean, we saw that Virat Kohli is such a person, doesn't take time to really settle down, and that's what he precisely showed. As soon as he walked into the crease, that the confidence was really seen in Virat Kohli as he used his wrist to maneuver the ball beautifully. And Virat Kohli slowly got into some good form in the company of a very the informed Rohit Sharma, as Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma took the score from 41 for 1 to 113 with some very good stroke play there. Basically, it was almost a 72-run partnership which ensued between Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli also playing some very good strokes. Rohit Sharma was looking, as I said, supremely confident, and this partnership was doing very well for India. And when the score, and Rohit Sharma had already hit a 6 in the previous over of Imran Tahir, and then Dumini was brought in as a change bowler, and Dumini immediately responded by getting a wicket of Rohit Sharma. And Rohit Sharma tried to reach a delivery from Dumini, and Dumini took a smart catch of his own bowling. So Rohit Sharma was gone after making 65 runs of 74 deliveries, 7 fours and 2 sixes. So that made the Indian score 113 for 2 as Mahendra Singh Dhoni walked in to join a very confident Virat Kohli at the other end. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, at the time when he came, we saw that Mahendra Singh Dhoni meant business right from the word go, because the first ball itself we saw a spanking shot from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Even though it didn't go to the boundary, it went directly to the fielder. We saw some immense power being generated, and that really said something about Mahendra Singh Dhoni, that he has come up with some aggressive intent today. And he showed that throughout the innings, no doubt about it, as he was the one who was the more aggressive of the two, as we saw Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virat Kohli slowly get into the business of trying to settle down things for India with a very good 80-run partnership. But also, I also have to credit the South African bowling at that stage. When Virat Kohli and Mahendra Singh Dhoni were in charge, we saw that South African bowlers really bowled in some good areas and really made things difficult for the both these Indian batsmen, as the boundaries started to dry up. In fact, for 47 deliveries, there were absolutely no boundaries hit. So that will really tell you how tight the South African bowling was. And then the 80-run partnership took the Indian score to 193 in the 42nd over, and that was the time, as I said, it was a similar situation to what South Africa win, 205 for 2. They wound up for, they were restricted to 270 for 7. As far as India were concerned, from 113 there was an 80-run partnership, and now it was time for India to really accelerate, raise the tempo in the 42nd over, and this was the time South Africa came back into the match big time, when first it was the wicket of Dhoni. Now Morkel probably had a good game plan, he decided to use his short stuff to good effect, and Dhoni was given a short delivery, which Dhoni tried to actually do a sort of a glide, but in the process, Dale Steyn was in the way, and he took the catch, and that was smart bowling, smart field placing. One thought it was a sort of a short third man, if I reckon, and he was well caught by Steyn. As Dhoni, after contributing 47 or 61 balls with 5 fours, was a goner. India 193 for 3 in the 42nd over. Virat Kohli was joined in by Suresh Raina, and Imran Tahir actually picked up in the next over. We saw that Imran Tahir picked up the wicket of Suresh Raina by luring Suresh Raina to go for the big one. Raina obliged. Miller was the one who took the catch. He was gone for a duck. That made it 206 for 4. But for India, India would have been still pretty confident that they had nothing to really worry, because the man at the moment, or the man in the middle, was none other than Virat Kohli, who was fairly well entrenched at the crease as Ajinkya Rahane walked in. Now this was the time, the score was 206 for 4 for India. Morkel was bowling well, and look at what happened. The 45th over, India still had some real work to do. A lot of, probably 55 runs still to get, and definitely India had to accelerate, no doubt about that. Now, Morkel preyed upon India's handling of the short delivery, as first he bowled a short delivery to Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli tried to plug it through the region. In fact, he tried to loft the delivery from Morkel. That ended up in the hands of Miller. So Miller was into business time and again, as the short deliveries that were bowled by Morkel was all going into Miller's hands. And Virat Kohli was the next wicket to go, out for 77 of 99 deliveries with 5 fours. Now Ajinkya Rahane was in the middle. Now let me tell you, the next dismissal that happened was of Ajinkya Rahane, and I'll have to say, Virat Kohli was just out, and there was no need for Ajinkya Rahane to attempt such a stroke, because Ajinkya Rahane had just crossed ends, because Virat Kohli was out and they had crossed ends, and Rahane was at the striker's end, and there was no need for Rahane to show a rush of blood on the very next delivery. He could have just stayed there. He knew that he is the only recognized batsman there. What was the need for Ajinkya Rahane to attempt such a stroke? According to me, that was a rash stroke played by Rahane, because the very next delivery, another short delivery, and Ajinkya Rahane almost came down the wicket to loft Morkel, and look, he lofted Morkel, and that went into the hands of Miller. And Ajinkya Rahane was gone for 4, which made it life very difficult for India, because now the pressure started really building on India, because 2 wickets of 2 consecutive deliveries by Morkel, by using the short delivery to good effect, and Ajinkya Rahane was gone for 4, which made it 216 for 6, as it was then left to Akshar Patel and Harbhajan Singh. Now 216 for 6, they still had a job to do. If you look at it, there were only 28 balls remaining. It was Akshar Patel and Harbhajan Singh at the crease, and they still required 55 runs to win the match. Still a tall task, but Harbhajan Singh, one knows. But we know that South Africans' bowling has been absolutely up to the mark, especially Kagiso Rabada was bowling at that stage, and we know Kagiso Rabada is not a man with whom you could really get some runs, because if you look at his bowling analysis in this one-day international series, he's bowling magnificently, and today too there was nothing different than that, as he bowled 10 overs for 39 runs. Akshar Patel and Harbhajan Singh couldn't manage. It was very difficult for them. The task became all the more onerous for them, and finally it was all over for India, as India had to be content with 252 for 6. But definitely Akshar Patel cheered the local crowd by hitting a straight 6 of the bowling of Dale Steyn of the final delivery of the innings, as he remained not out on 15 of 11 deliveries with 1-6. Harbhajan was not out on 20 of 17 balls with 1-4, but that was not enough, as India lost the match, lost the third one-day international to South Africa by 18 runs, and South Africa took the lead in the one-day international series 2-1. Looking at the bowling, Dale Steyn, 10 overs for 65, came in for some tap at the latter stages of the game. Kagiso Rabada, what a picture of consistency. Every time he goes there and bowls his 10 overs, I can tell you there's a lot of pace in this guy, a lot of aggression in this guy, and this guy really does his job perfectly for his captain. 10 overs, no maiden, none for 39. But the man of the match today was Morne Morgan. Used the short ball to good effect. He preyed on the Indians' weakness against the short ball, and the results were there for all to see as he took the man of the match. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 39 runs, and he picked up 4 wickets to back the man of the match award, and richly deserved so. JP Duminy, 8 overs, no maiden, 1 for 46. Imran Tahir, 10 overs bowled, no maiden, 1 for 51. Behari, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 9. And South Africa leading the 2-match series now 2-1. So an excellent game here at Saurashtra Cricket Association Stadium in Rajkot. Now the 4th One-Day International is going to be played in Chennai, if I'm not wrong. So, but this Paytm ODI series is really hotting up. Each team usurping the other, and if at all India beats South Africa in the 4th One-Day International, the 5th final One-Day International should be a real beauty coming up. Now, the other match that I would like to talk about in a very brief manner is between Zimbabwe and Afghanistan. Zimbabwe were 1-up in this 3-match ODI series, but today it was Afghanistan who leveled the series. Afghanistan was led by a wonderful innings from Mohammad Nabi, who made 116 of 121 balls with 3 fours and 6 sixes. And there was a 60 coming in from the top of the order, a very talented opener from Afghanistan, Noor Ali Zadran, who we all had a look when he played in the World Cup, as you would imagine. As you would have seen, 60 runs of 99 balls with 5 fours, 271 for 6 was what Afghanistan ended up with. And Zimbabwe actually were not equal to the task, and they were bowled out for 213 by Afghanistan, and Zimbabwe lost the second One-Day International, and Afghanistan leveled the one-day series 1-1 with 1 more to go. And for Zimbabwe, the contributions coming in from Luke Jongwe towards the end of 46 of 33 balls with 7 fours and 1 6. The other contributions being Mutumbami making 35 of 39 balls, 1 4 and 3 sixes, 43 from Craig Irvine for 58 balls with 5 fours, Mutumbodzi 27 of 50 balls with 2 fours, and Jugumbra, the captain, 25 of 54 balls without any boundary, 213 all out, and they lost the match, and Afghanistan leveled the one-day series 1-1. The wickets were shared by Aftab Alam, 2 wickets apiece to he and Dawlat Zadran, 1 wicket apiece to Mohammad Nabi, Hamir Hamza, and Rashid Khan today was a new bloke from Afghanistan making his one-day international debut. And I was also told he was also making his list day debut, so that really says a lot. He bowled superbly. 10 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 30, and 2 for 32 for Samyula Shanwari, the right-arm leg spinner. Well, dear fans and subscribers, there's been a pretty long YouTube broadcast, but I hope you liked my cricket broadcast on the 3rd One-Day International between India and South Africa, which South Africa won to take a 2-1 lead in the ODI 5-match ODI series. The 4th match should be coming up at Chennai. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that puts a real lid on the Cricket Happenings show for today. That's on a Sunday, and I'll be seeing you, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, tomorrow. That's on a Monday. Till such time that happens, this is your host Ram, signing off this on a Sunday. Thank you.